Thank you very much, Peter. Isn't it absolutely fantastic when somebody else reads out those perfectly crafted words that you've written so well about yourself in the third person? Thank you, Peter. And what brilliant writing, I must say. So normally it's standing in front of a group of people, you know, you think, gosh, how are they going to hear my music? But in front of a room of people interested in writing. And then, yeah, it's my own writing. It's the first piece of content. But it's very, very nice to be here. I love this venue. It's a lovely space. I love coming back here. And it's a real privilege to be back here for Poets and Players. Thank you for inviting me back. It's almost 2 years since I was the last here. And yes, I have this sort of unenviable task, I guess, of sort of warming you all up for this fantastic poetry that we're going to hear. And you know, I guess one might assume that the organising committee might have brought somebody in who's going to, you know, kind of lift the spirits a little and make us feel good about ourselves and what we're about to do. But you know, here I am, dour Leeds resident, coming over the M62 to inflict some more sad piano music on you. So. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for the whoops. You already know. Leeds is very often described as the whoopiest city in the country, but quite often Manchester outdoes it, which is, you know, in Leeds it's like that constant thing, oh, Manchester, they've got one up on us again. But we're working on it, guys, we're working on it. So I'm going to play some music for you, just to ease ourselves in gently for this event today. All of the music is composed by myself that I'm going to play, and I'm going to start with 2 pieces and later on play a couple more. These first 2 pieces that I'm going to play, this first one is a nocturne, so music for the night, but something that's just going to ease ourselves in very nice and gently. And then something really quite different, which is still quite a new piece for me, but something that's a bit longer, a bit more expressive, and hints at my kind of desires and sadness that I didn't become someone like Bill Evans. But you know, I'm kind of still getting over it. And it's called chiaroscuro, which is it's appalling Italian pronunciation, but it's a lovely word that reflects this idea of contrast, light and dark, and all the differences in between. And music, one of these incredible things which has the ability to give us all of these different shades, rather than it just being 2 binary things, or it's light or it's dark, but there's so many different elements in between, whether it's the melody, whether it's the harmony, whether it's the rhythm, whether it's all those other elements of music. So hope that you enjoy both of these pieces. The first one was called Nocturne, the second one is called Chiaroscuro. good that when the memo gets through. Got to stay on brand these days. A couple of things just from me before I play. Obviously, thank you very much for listening. Thank you to everyone at Poets and Players for having me, and hope to see you again. I forgot to bring my wares, which is bad. It's a slap on the wrist for me, because I've got lots of CDs, vinyls, sheet music if you want to play the sad piano at home. There's all sorts of lovely stuff in a box in my house, which is sad for you and sad for me, but we'll get through it together. I have a very lonesome iPad at the back. If you'd like to sign up to my mailing list, you can do that and stay in touch that way. Also, you can come and talk to me. I'm generally okay to talk to. And, you know, sometimes have interesting things to say at times. But also, it would be great to tell you about the fact that I have a show in Manchester early next year, which went on sale just the other day, over at Low 4 Studio off Deansgate. It's on the 5th of February. It's a Thursday night, and you'd be very, very welcome to come. And you can find all of the details for that on the internet, which is a thing. And that's really cool. Just one other little thing. One of the things that I really love. This is the second time I've done this, and I really enjoy coming along to this because I am not a poet, but I do like writing. Kind of write general longer form stuff. I've got a Substack because we've all got a Substack now. But I really like longer form writing, that kind of a time and space just to explore things. And when you write instrumental music, there's something that's really important about words and about tone and about all sorts of things around conveying emotion that we don't have the opportunity to do by virtue of the fact that I'm not a singer. I don't use singing or lyrics in my work. And that's a really important thing. And it always strikes me both times when I've been here, particularly about titles, the use of titles to kind of focus people's ideas. And one of the things that kind of people who often look at my work often notice is that I almost always call my pieces just a singular word title to try and focus people's ideas down to a very small little thing. People sometimes say, how can a piece of instrumental music be about anything if there's no words? Which is a big topic, and certainly we don't have enough time to discuss right now, but I'll leave you with that thought, and it's something that is really important to me. So I'm going to play two pieces for you now. The first one is called Inside Out, which is, I guess, 2 words, but never mind. And that's a piece which weaves and winds its way through lots of different things over the course of about 2.5 minutes. It's a bit like when you go to one of those posh National Trust places and you go through a maze and you go left, you go, oops, I'll go the other way. You go right and it's even worse than the first one, so you start back in the middle and you're not quite sure where you're going. That's kind of what's happening in that piece. And then the final piece I'm going to play for you today is called Saturnine. It's a beautiful old English word that I don't think we use enough, so I'm trying to bring back some of the old stuff. Saturnine is a really lovely word which means dark, gloomy and stormy, and you can perhaps understand why I chose to use that title in my work. But thank you very much for listening. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the invitation. Do come and say hi afterwards, and we'll see you again soon. 5th of February. See you then.